Hi, everyone. Welcome to a new episode. Today, we have a crypto tax pro that is going to give a whole bunch of insights for newcomers to crypto, experts alike, tips and tricks on what to expect for reporting your taxes for crypto, and ways that you can very easily alleviate maybe your tax responsibilities and keep a hold of more of your profits. So his name is Joe Reiben, and thank you for joining us, Joe.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
So pivoting a little bit back to the IRS and their tactics for getting people to declare their holdings in crypto, there's been, it hasn't happened lately, but there's been these letters sent out to people that maybe have scared quite a few people. So what are your opinions on the letters? What would you tell people if they received a letter and what those letters mean?
Contact a tax attorney. Honestly, the IRS sends out about probably 100 different form letters that some are meant to just notify you of what your balances are. Some are meant to galvanize someone into action or scare somebody into action. And some are just various states of in between. I mean, a lot of people that I know get letters saying, oh, we've put a lien on this. Oh, we've put a levy on this. Well, that's correct. When you have a balance owed to the IRS, they automatically put a lien on your assets so that if you sell your house or you sell a car, they get, their pound of flesh, because that is something that it's a debt owed in their estimation. And if you haven't worked with them to reduce it or worked with them to set up a payment plan or an offer to clear it, things that my firm specializes in, then it's going to sit there. And it will, it causes a lot of my clients stress at night before they come to me. It causes them, just sleepless nights. They worry about their businesses being shut down, wages being garnished, things like that. And the IRS does have the ability to do that. So let's not forget that, not lose sight of that. We can play all the games and put in all the tricks and everything we want. But at the end of the day, if there are taxes owed and you don't pay them, you are technically evading taxes. Not technically, you are. So it's one of those things that, we play that balancing game. We'll put you in a payment plan you can handle based on your income and expenses. It's basically an income-based repayment. They only let it span for 10 years statutorily. So we've saved a lot of people a lot of money putting them into that program. There's also a non-collectible program. If your expenses are close to or outweigh your income, they can't collect from you statutorily. Or in their handbook. So that's another option that we use, and that'll last for a yearly rolling basis, where we only have to reevaluate your income and expenses once a year. There's also an offer and compromise package where people that are either disabled or retired or don't readily have access to work anymore can put an offer amount through for their full tax liability, and if accepted, pay it off within 5 months. And so long as they file their taxes for the next 5 years, it's gone completely. I just had a client, we got rid of 107 grand in tax liability because he actually got injured at work. He was a mechanic, a line mechanic, and he fell. That's what it was. He fell off a belt and broke his arm and back, but he was, 57, 58, and no one was hiring him back. So we got rid of $107,000 of tax liability for $750.
Wow.
So, I mean, these things happen. They actually do have a soul, some of these guys. So they have some compassion. So
maybe one guy.
Yeah. Well, the guy evaluated my case, definitely. Yeah. But it's a case by case basis. You can't, if you're 25, you're in good health, and you just want to quit a job and you're just building up tax liability, they're probably not going to accept it. But it's more circumstantial. So or case by case. But we can't always do the payment plan. We can always do the income based repayment options. So there are a lot of options people don't know about.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I know I know that there's a lot of people out there that have not been paying their crypto tax
or even announcing
for
years.
Yeah.
Yes.
And even like that tick box that you have to say you have to announce that you have crypto. Like, I mean, are they going to be lenient on these people, or what
For now, yes. For now, yes. With this second bull run this year, I don't know moving forward. I would venture to guess no, because they're going to really see it as a revenue stream now that it's going more institutionalized investing, and we're seeing all the big institutions put hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars into them, into, you know, different funds, different ETFs, different cryptos. I think that leniency is going to start going away, and I think it really is in everybody's best interest to report something. You know, and the worst thing you can do is, if you're an individual that's been trading for a while, is hire a tax attorney and then lie to them about what you're making and what you're doing. That people forget that attorneys in this business are here on their side. You know, we're here to work with you against the IRS. It's not the other way around. It's not the attorney you hire and the IRS against you. And I know that I've seen that prevailing attitude, obviously, because a lot of, you know, people love the freedom of having crypto, love the freedom of being outside the governmental structure or the banking system, but forget that at some point you got to cash that out to fiat if you want to use it still, right? There's still an on and off ramp where that money is going to be seen somewhere. So, you know, people forget that, they lose sight of the mistrust of lawyers and mistrust of everything, and that's the sad part that I've seen in a lot of emerging markets. You know, I also work in other emerging markets, such as the cannabis and hemp space, where it's very much the same thing. A lot of my clients mistrust documents I type up when they're my clients. I'm like, I would never type up a document that's going to hurt my client. That's how I lose my law license and get disbarred. And that's not in my best interest. It's terrible for business. You don't do that. So it's one of those things where people have to remember, we're here to, you know, get your trust and help you work to a creative solution where, you know, we're taking care of you. It's a win-win for everybody. The IRS gets a little bit, we take care of you, and we move on with our day, you know, and we have that good relationship established.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah, I guess people do forget that they have the right to representation. It's actually good for them. So.
Right. And I think a lot of people have been burned by lawyers before, obviously, in other industries, and that mistrust is unfortunately natural sometimes, but it's not what we're here to do. That's for sure. So.
Yeah.